Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day. My channel consists of various tutorials about using Photoshop and aspects about running and growing a print-on-demand business. So if you are interested in developing your Photoshop skills and learning more about the world of print-on-demand, please make sure to subscribe and click on the notification button so that you can be informed each time I upload a new video. In today's video, we're going to look at 4 Teepublic stores and give honest and constructive advice about what works and what can be improved upon. So without any further delay, let's get to it. Okay guys, so the first shop that we're going to be looking at is a shop owner by the name of Design Smash. And when looking at the front page of this website, of this shop, it looks really good. There are a couple of things that I would like you to take note of, and the first pertains to your logo. It looks like it's a robot here. I would highly recommend that you shrink down the logo a little bit and center it so that it fits within the white borders over here. Alright, your banner is a little bit bland. Again, I say this with all respect. Keep in mind that your front shop banner is prime real estate. And this is an area of your shop that you really want to take advantage of and maybe showcase some of your better designs. So I would highly recommend that you redesign your shop banner and put something up that will show a few of your designs that you're really proud of, or maybe something that has been really selling well for you. That way when people come in, it's something which is going to look really professional, eye-catchy, and make them want to continue searching through your shop. Alright? If we look here, we have 214 designs, which is a good number to start off with too as well. Okay. And what I also noticed is that you've got at least 9 different albums, which is great because it gives your potential customers a good selection to choose from, so they don't necessarily have to scroll throughout your whole entire shop. If they're looking for something pertaining to social awareness or motivation, all they have to do is click on it and it'll take them to your album with your designs pertaining to that particular niche. So well done for that too as well. Your designs are really cool. They vary, which gives a general shop feel, which can appeal to some and maybe detract others, but on the whole, you've got quite a nice mixture of designs, so well done for that too as well. Alright, so let's just click on one of these pages here and scroll down here and see what we come up with. Alright, again, some eye-catchy designs. These look really nice too as well. Okay, particularly this one here pertaining to firefighters, so let's open that one. Alright, so we're looking at that too as well. We've got a nice piece of artwork over here. It cannot be inherited, nor can it be purchased. I have earned it with my blood, sweat, and tears. I own it forever. The title, Firefighter. Alright, so obviously this is focusing on the firefighting niche, which is great too as well. Let's take a look at your title here. Proud Firefighter. Alright, I would improve upon that slightly. Given the number of characters that Teepublic allows you to type in for a title, I would perhaps maybe insert another keyword or two. Perhaps maybe you could insert something like Proud Firefighter, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Okay, which will give Teepublic a few more keywords to obviously utilize when showing your design to other to potential customers too as well. Your description says this is a design for firefighter. They are social workers who society have proud of them. Okay, here is another aspect you really need to focus on, and this is something for myself and for everybody who works in print on demand. Your title, your description, those are real important aspects for your design, where sites like Teepublic and Redbubble and all those other print-on-demand platforms will use keywords in these sections to be able to index your designs and show them to potential buyers. Okay. Now, while you have the word firefighter over here, there could have been more things that you could have put in. Alright, I'm thinking, for example, something along the lines of this design showcases a firefighter and a fire truck and raging flames, along with a great quote about the drive and dedication of firefighters. Okay, so can you see how that sort of rounds out and gives a buyer a little bit of a better idea about what the design is all about too. And you're also giving keywords to Teepublic to use to obviously help show your design not only on the platform itself, but even in Google, on Google Images. All right, so you might want to consider taking a look at your descriptions and maybe improving upon them a little bit more. The design is absolutely amazing. If you drew it, well done to yourself. If you actually commissioned this one, keep that artist, whoever did it for you, because it's a great piece of artwork. So well done on that. All right, let's take a look at how this design looks on other products within your shop. Okay, so here we have obviously on a hoodie, which looks pretty good too as well. Obviously your stickers and your shirts. Take a look over here. Okay, this could have been centered a little bit more vertically and maybe moved a little bit more over to the right. Okay, in terms of the mug, and even look at the mug over here. I would have shrunk it down a little bit so that the whole entire border of the design fit nicely within the mask. Okay, remember, you've got a number of products that Teepublic puts your designs on. You want to make sure that all of them look good on all of the products, because it may just be that a client is not looking for a t-shirt, but maybe wants a mug or maybe wants a mask. All right, and just put yourself in the position of the buyer. If you are going to go and buy a mug about a firefighter and you saw this design over here, would you want to put down your hard-earned money and buy a mug that obviously isn't centered properly or placed properly on the mug? Okay, so just take that into consideration. Go through all of the products when you're laying out your design whilst uploading, and make sure that obviously everything looks the best it can possibly look on each of the product. Otherwise, like I said, great looking shop. You got some great designs over here. Keep it up. Just focus a little bit on those things too as well. Okay, so the next shop that we're going to be looking at is a shop owner, or rather a shop called Maniya Merch Shop. I hope I pronounced that correctly. All right, from the onset, it's a nice banner. It's a minimalist feel, okay, but it gives a buyer an idea of what you are all about. So well done. Your logo over here could be improved upon, in my humble opinion. I think it looks like a seed over here, if I'm not mistaken, or else maybe a sea urchin without the spikes on it. I don't know, if perhaps maybe that's what you were hoping to achieve by it. Okay, well done. I don't know if maybe perhaps you could improve upon it a little bit more to make it a somewhat more eye-catching for a potential buyer. There are a number of websites like Placeit and Canva that could help you out with this, so you might want to look into that too as well. All right, remember, when buyers are visiting a shop, a lot of these things really play a strong role in whether or not they stick around and continue browsing through your shop, or whether they just jump ship and move on to another shop. Okay, in terms of designs, 340, well done. That's a great number to have. Okay, so obviously you're growing and you'll continue growing, which is really good. In terms of the number of albums, I only see 3 over here. Given the number of designs that you have, I would seriously believe that you could perhaps maybe create a few more albums over there, just to make it a little easier for your buyers to obviously click on if there's something specific that they want to find, all right, within your shop too as well. All right, let's just scroll through the shop a little bit and see what we've got over here. Again, you got some really nice designs too as well, some minimalist designs, and some designs on black too as well, so well done for that. Okay, and what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at this text design over here, and this one caught my attention for a very important reason. So let's click on it and I'll explain to you too as well. Okay, so we're just going to click here. Now, be kind, always t-shirt. Alright, in terms of a title, not bad, but like I had stated with the previous shop owner, if you could put in a few more keywords into your title, it just gives Teepublic that much more information, much more help in terms of obviously indexing your design so that more people will be able to see it. Now, let's take a look at the design here. Okay, some stranger somewhere still remembers you because you were kind to them when no one else was. Now, from the get-go, we have a lot of words with a capitalized first letter and some of them without. And then some of them were all capitalized, okay, while others were not. Okay, this is something you need to take care of too as well, all right? Even from somebody who's perhaps looking for something grammatical in terms of the way that it's being laid out or whatnot, they might not be too keen on purchasing this particular design. What I'm not too keen on is the choice of the font. Again, this is just constructive criticism for you to help improve your design so that obviously you can land a sale. In my opinion, I think that perhaps you could have chosen a better font for that. Or else at least a mixture of two fonts that complement each other, and maybe one of them a sort of boldish font that you could have used for your keywords. For example, you are kind. Instead of leaving them all capitalized letters, you could have used a nice bold font that would have really stuck out and obviously been eye-peeling and eye-catching for potential buyer too as well. All right. Now, what you also need to consider too as well is your choice of colors. I think the fact that you have 4 colors here, well, it can work well on white, but what happens if we choose the black background for the t-shirt? Okay, as you can see here, the first sentence looks really dim and dull. The third one as well. All right, the green one looks good, but then even the red, just looking at it, it does tend to be a little bit dimmed out too as well. Now, another thing you also need to focus on is that what if somebody was seeing this design on a mobile phone? Because of the fact that the font was thin, your choice of colors, too many words on the shirt, they're not going to be able to see it as clearly as perhaps maybe you had reworded it and maybe rearranged the design to include a few bolder words and maybe put it more into a rectangle, and you're putting in your design within that rectangle. So some of the words are going to be smaller, some of them are going to be larger. You could really play around with this particular design and make it that much better. And if we had to look at the blue, the navy blue, okay, again, this blue, you can hardly see it. Even this particular bluish green is a little bit difficult to see too as well. Quote's nice, it's very motivational and gets to the heart, but if you want to make it sell, you're going to need to improve upon it, okay? Again, those are my 2 bits. I'm trying to see it from the perspective of a buyer, and I'm obviously saying this to you so that you can improve upon it and hopefully land a better sale too as well, all right? In terms of placements, again, not too bad, but again, look at the hoodie. See, on a small thumbnail over here, you can barely make out what the words are. So a potential buyer would just scroll through it. Sticker doesn't look too bad, basically on a white, again, because it's a little bit larger, but even on white on a thumbnail for the kid's t-shirt, you can't really see what it's saying, all right? The mug looks pretty good too as well, and if we had to open it, let's have a look in the mug. All right, again, the font is larger, so it looks pretty good on that. But again, just imagine if you had used some bold fonts in there too as well, how much better it would be too as well. All right. Again, we're just seeing ways that we can improve upon our designs to make them pop, to make them eye-catching, and to land that sale. Again, look at the white mask over here in the thumbnail. You can barely make out what the text is. All right. So that's just some constructive advice. Take a look at your designs, and wherever you have text-based designs, you might want to go through them and look into them. Or else, if you feel that you have too many text designs and you're willing just to leave them as they are, maybe perhaps for future text designs, you could keep that in mind and make them a little bit bolder and maybe use a mixture of complementary fonts just to make them more eye-appealing too as well. But otherwise, your other design is really good. I like this design with the earth, with the mask on too as well. Quite cool from there too as well. You got your gold pressed lips too as well. So on the whole, you've got a pretty nice shop over here. Well done. Keep working hard at it. All right. And I think you should start seeing success if you're not already doing so. All right. So well done on that. Okay, so the third shop that we're going to be looking at belongs to a shop owner who named her shop Design Mania. And I really like the way that you played on the word mania too as well. Your banner looks really cool too as well. I like the fact that you have a nice blue colored text with a nice lemon yellow background, and then you've got your gray clip arts in the back, quite professional. So well done too as well. And here we have a photo in place of the logo, looking quite happy. So well done for that. We have 107 designs in the shop. Very good too as well. This is a growing shop, and what I liked about this shop is that we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 albums for 107 designs. So we already have a very nice selection of albums that can obviously help a buyer to be a little bit more selective of what designs that they're looking for, rather than having to scroll through all 107 designs. So well done too as well. The onset, your shop designs are quite eye-catching too as well. I like these clip art graphics that you use. Again, I don't know whether or not you're drawing them yourself or whether you're taking them from sites like Placeit or Creative Fabrica, but whatever you're doing, keep doing it. They look really, really nice. Well done. Even the photo work is quite cute too as well. Just a grandma who loves chickens. Quite cool too as well. I like that one there as well. All right, so we're just jumping through the shop over here and having a look at what catches our attention too as well. There is mushroom in my heart for you. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. I like this one. Okay, so I'm gonna click on it. So looking at the title over here, you've used the text within the shirt in your title, which is quite good too as well. And obviously you've given some good keywords to Teepublic. You have your mushroom and my heart that Teepublic can use to obviously index your design. When I'm looking at your description here, I'm noticing that you're using a lot of sort of like keyword stuffing. Now that can work for you and also against you too as well. All right, so I would definitely recommend that maybe you have a nice healthy balance between the two. I would give a little bit of a description, even if it's just simply a sentence that can be obviously appeal to a buyer, and then you can put your keywords in after so that obviously Teepublic can use those keywords to help index your design too as well. All right. Another thing that I would suggest pertains to the color that you use for mushroom. Now, on a white background, it looks really good. Even the fact that you use this green font over here, it stands out nicely too as well, and it complements the red. But we have to be a little bit selective, at least in my opinion, in terms of the number of colors that you're having this design available on. Why? Because obviously some designs, the black for mushroom may not look that great. Okay, so if we just scroll through some of them, again, this is just obviously my suggestion, but it might turn some people off, particularly if you give them too many colors choices to choose from. All right, try to stick to a maximum of 10 and not more. You know, remember, the fewer choices you give them, the greater the likelihood that they're going to buy something. Because if they have too many choices, where they're going to get stuck, well, maybe I like the yellow, but the pink was nice too, but the black was really great, but then there's that light blue too as well, and they get so confused as to which one they're going to buy, they end up not buying, and they click on and they move to another shop too as well. So be a little bit careful as to how many colors you make available on your shirts. It's nice that you want to give them a lot of choice, but too much choice can work against you too as well. All right, and if we go down here and we take a look at the other products that this design can be seen on, again, really, really good too as well. The font and the size of the text is such that you can read them even if you don't mouse over it. So I can tell there is mushroom in my heart for you. Again, keeping in mind that if a potential buyer is seeing this on a mobile phone device, if they can't read it, they're going to continue scrolling on. All right, so well done for doing this too as well. I'm quite impressed. Keep going. I think you've got a real bright future ahead of you. So well done for that. Okay, so the final shop that we're going to be reviewing today belongs to a shop owner called My Graphics. Okay, and from the onset here, this is what I was talking about before with respect to the previous shop owners. You've got your banner over here. I mean, when you look at it as a potential buyer coming in, this banner screams professionality. I mean, it just comes out to you and says, look, these are some of my designs. This is what I'm all about. And anybody who's into this kind of style is going to want to continue going through the shop too as well. So we have this sort of like 90s kawaii retro graphic type feel too as well. All on a blue background. Okay, really, really nice. What I might suggest is maybe perhaps the logo, perhaps maybe you can improve upon a little bit as opposed to just sticking your name, or rather the name of your shop like you did over here. Because if you see here, you got My Graphics, which is obviously what Teepublic puts in, and then My Graphics over here too as well. Might be a little bit confusing, or might be a little bit of overkill too as well. And given the artistic flair that you've got, I have no doubt in my mind, again, obviously if you've actually drawn these things, that you could come up with a real great logo for your shop. So again, something to worth considering. From what I can see here, you're relatively new to Teepublic. We only have 33 designs, so maybe it's something that's ongoing and you're going to be working on in the future. So again, not the end of the world, but again, just a little bit of constructive criticism, some advice to help maybe continue improving the quality and the appearance of your shop too as well. So let's take a look at your shop here and some of your designs. For 33 designs, you've got 4 albums. Well done on that. I mean, considering some of the other shops that I have seen, not only in today's review, but other shops that I've seen, they would have a huge number of designs, but maybe only 1 or 2 albums. Let's give our buyers as much help as we can to find the designs that they want so that they can actually go in and land a sale. If they have to spend too much time on a shop, chances are they're going to bounce and they're going to go to another shop. So well done for giving 4 albums over here. Let's take a look through and see what else that we've got too as well. I wonder if pizza thinks about me too. Now you're making me hungry. Okay, so again, some real wonderful graphics over here. I mean, if you are drawing these, well done, keep it up. It's great to see this. Let's take a look at this one, Fun Retro 90s Kawaii Japanese. So we're going to open that up in a new tab. Okay, and again, we've got a real great title, Funny Retro 90s Kawaii Japanese Coffee. So we've given Teepublic a lot of good keywords to work with. Okay, and if we're looking at the description, cute coffee mug design in a Japanese retro 90s theme. Bring back your childhood with a classic retro look. Perfect birthday gift from the 90s. Okay, great. So look, we've got coffee in the description. We've got coffee in the title. We have Japanese in the description. We have Japanese in the title. Well done. This is giving Teepublic the food it needs to be able to work to get your designs out in front of other people. So well done. All right, let's take a look at this design and see how it looks on other colors. Now you have quite a bit of red in that. So how would it look like on a burgundy or a red shirt? Okay, just something to take note of too as well. If you have a strong predominant color in your design, I would try to avoid selecting that particular color or a close to it color for your t-shirt. As you can see, the Japanese symbols sort of gets a little bit lost in the red background too as well. And that's simply just going in during the upload process and turning off the colors that the design doesn't look good on. Okay, so a small technicality, something you might want to take a look at and think about for future designs too as well. So let's take a look at how it looks on other products here. Okay, so again, on hoodies, on black, it really stands out. Well done. Your stickers look great too as well. Kids t-shirt, I could see kids wearing this particular design. And maybe some parents too who are maybe, you know, obviously born in the 90s or maybe born in the 80s and obviously have a fond memory of the 90s, so well done. Mug looks pretty good too as well. Maybe my one recommendation is perhaps maybe shrinking it down a little, just a tiny bit, so that you can have the full design nice and centered on the thumbnail too as well. The mask looks great too as well, so well done for that. Okay, and we have time just to look through just a little bit more here. Going to Mars, going to Mars, going to Mars. Okay, this is a nice cool text design too as well. And you've got the red on the black. Let's take a look at that one too as well. So obviously your default color when you were uploading, you decided to choose white. I can appreciate that given the fact that you've got black text and some red text. I think it looks really great. What I also noticed in that your color selection, you took the time to obviously turn off black, which is great because that's one thing you don't want to have buyers have to contend with going through a shop. And if you have a shirt with black text and you allow the black t-shirt to come up, I think it looks very unprofessional. The fact that you took the time to do that says a lot about the quality of your shop and that you are taking this really, really serious to obviously improve and give the best possible appearance that you can possibly give for your designs and for your shop. So well done on that. Again, looks great on the other designs too as well. Be careful about the mug. Here's another one that we were talking about beforehand. It looks like you centered your design on the mug. Now, if obviously that's what you wanted to do, kudos to you. Keep it and just ignore what I'm about to say. But a lot of people tend to like to have their text or their graphic designs either on one side or the other when they're holding the mug. Personally, I would recommend that maybe you move this towards the side so that even when people are looking at it in the thumbnail, it's going to be there. They're going to see the text. They're going to see what they're going to get. Or else what you could do is you could design the layout so that this text design or whatever graphic design you want to use will appear on both sides. So whether the person is left-handed or right-handed, they're going to see that particular design on both sides of the mug, which people do tend to appreciate too as well. So just something to take into consideration when you're creating future designs too as well. So on the whole, well done, keep it up. At 33 designs, you've got a real bright future ahead of you. I really like your designs too as well. Keep it up, work hard, and I'm sure that you'll find success and the sales will come to you. Now, before we end this video, I hope you found these recommendations and suggestions helpful. Sometimes getting another opinion from someone not close to us can be an eye-opening experience that can point out what our eyes didn't catch or perhaps didn't want to see, and allow for greater improvements in the design making process. I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate all of you, and the comments and feedback received have been very encouraging, and I'm extremely happy to be able to share the knowledge and experience that I've gathered over the last few years with a wonderful community. Finally, if you're new to the channel and made it this far into the video, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today and learned something to help you with your own print-on-demand business. But for today, that's all I've got. So be well, stay safe, keep creating. Bye for now.